Friends. Either you have a lot of them or very little, but you probably met them at work, maybe outside at the park or someplace, or especially in school. And well, you're probably thinking, how does this relate to PvZ1? Well, this is more of a goofy idea, and I'm all for it. So, type of friends. Obviously, we have different type of friends, and I'm ranking every single plant based on a type of friend they would be, or a stereotype they would be, basically. So you got the best friends, you got A friends, don't question why there's an S there. You got situational friends, then you got the exist/shy, got the drama queen, fake, and do not interact. And I'll be ranking every single PvZ1 plant based on those archetypes. So, let's start, and I hope you guys enjoy this little goofy idea that came up. There are two ways I'm ranking the plants, based on their looks, and mainly their description, because their descriptions add a bit more spice to them. I love Hypno-Shroom, but gosh, this seems like the type of friend that will just leave you behind and talk behind your back, or give you illegal substances. And that's not the best friend to have around. I mean, look at here, like, it made a zombie our friend, quote unquote, and it still got my cattail. Like, okay. You could even argue that it goes in the drama queen, because it can start arguments by just, you know, making people fight. So, yeah, this friend isn't the best of friends. But Hypno-Shroom not the worst, I guess, so take your poison.
Perfect.
Scardey-Shroom is already a dead giveaway on who and what kind of friend he would be. I mean, look at the description. It says, "Who's there? Whisper Scardey-Shroom, voice barely audible. Go away, I don't want to see anybody, unless it's the man from the circus." Now, who the man from the circus? I have no clue. But, first of all, what? And two, it's kind of obvious who this guy is. He seems like that one friend that's like super shy, or someone that just doesn't talk in class. Or someone that's, you know, you should not talk to at all because they just don't want to be talked to. It's kind of giving me those vibes. So, Scardey-Shroom, you're definitely a shy fella, we'll say. Okay, so Twin Sunflower is very weird. So, let me read the description. It was a crazy night of forbidden science that brought Twin Sunflower into existence. Basically, it's like Frankenstein, but Twin Sunflower. And it was like Twin Sunflower was alive. It's weird because, I don't know if any of my friends do that, or heck, even say that, but okay. But I put in Drama Queen just because it's two heads in one, and they probably argue a lot, and cause a lot of drama. A lot.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way, yeah.
Are y'all ready for Goldman's crazy description? Like, this is just crazy. How did I end up here? Asked Gold Magnet. I was on the fast track, corner office, full benefits, stock options. I was gonna be vice president of Midwestern operations. Now I'm here, on this lawn, in serious danger of being eaten to death. Oh, a coin. Okay, first of all, they seem like the friend that, like, really is ambitious, but seem like a friend that also will stay around just for the money, or something that you have. So, they're semi, like, materialistic. He's not a bad friend, but he's not, like, great. Okay, so I know you're probably thinking Torchwood? Best friend? Let me explain. I know he looks mean. I know he has literal fire from his head. But let me explain. Because I had something like this at school happen. So, he looks mean, obviously. I mean, just look at his face. But, here's the thing, is that his description says completely otherwise. Like, it's like a whole 180 thing. Let me read it when it comes up. Everybody likes and respects Torchwood. They like him for his integrity, for his steadfast friendship, for his ability to greatly maximize P damage. But Torchwood has a secret. He can't read. Which reminds me of a friend that just you know, it's kind of dumb, but like the funny kind of dumb, you know, not annoying. So honestly, best friend material right here. Okay, so Marigold. I think he's honestly a friend. This is like the person that you see like for the first time, like at some work or school or anywhere really, and you think like, okay, they exist, cool, you acknowledge them. But whenever you do have a chance to talk to them, they're a really cool person. So, Marigold spends a lot of time deciding whether to spit out a silver coin or a gold one. She thinks about it, weighs the angles, and she does research and keeps up with current publications. That's how winners stay ahead. Which honestly, W friend, you know, like ambitious, I like it. Okay, Threepeater originally was gonna be in Drama Queen. Because, you know, it had 3 heads and you would think they would argue a lot because 3 heads, but low-key, he jumped up to best friends. And this is all because his description. His description doesn't say they argue, but his description is pretty relatable to people and me even to some degree, so hey. Threepeater likes reading, backgammon, and long periods of immobility in the park. Threepeater enjoys going to shows, particularly modern jazz. I'm just looking for that special someone, he says. Threepeater's favorite number is 5. Which is interesting because, well, first of all, he likes to read. I mean, I don't mind reading, but hey, that's cool. He also goes in the park, which is also cool. Maybe y'all like jazz, I don't know. Maybe one of y'all in my comments like jazz. And that little special someone, which that can probably what everyone relates to find that special someone. And maybe your favorite number is 5. Mine's not, but hey, I mean, maybe yours is. So, Threepeater low-key that like, kind of like just best friend who just chill and just going through life basically. But in like a chill, nice way. So other than that, let's move on. This should probably be a no-brainer to anyone, but Cherry Bomb is interesting. I want to explode, said Cherry 1. No, let's detonate. Instead, says his brother, Cherry 2. After intense consultation, they agreed to explodinate. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Like, they literally are a threat. Like, do not interact with these people or this plant. And like, this reminds me of like either the people who just get angry at every little thing, either at work or school or wherever you go, or people who have bad intentions. So yeah, let's just move on. You guys are probably curious on how I'm like picking the plants out, and I have a spin the wheel app on my phone. So that answers that, but it gave me Doomshroom. And his description makes him so much worse. It says, "You're lucky I'm on your side," says Doomshroom. "I can destroy everything you hold dear, it wouldn't be hard." It's at least Cherry Bomb, but like worse in every way possible. Like, at least Cherry Bomb, the second cherry had like a sort of, you know, nice way of trying to compromise the situation. But this dude just says straight up, "You're lucky you're my friend." So honestly, do not interact with this person. Like, at all, probably, because, one bad move and you're toast. Starfruit's a cool plant. Without being biased, I'll say he's a good friend. If I'll be biased, I'll say he's, like, my best friend. But, let's just say this, that the description is interesting. "Oh man," says Starfruit, "I went to the dentist the other day, and he said I have 4 cavities. I've got, count it, 1 tooth. 4 cavities in 1 tooth. How does this happen?" I mean, it could be relatable to some people if you somehow got 4 cavities in 1 tooth. But I'm pretty sure most people can actually relate to not liking the dentist. And if you like the dentist, tell me in the comments. I'm pretty sure most people can agree that Sea-Shroom definitely belongs in the exist/shy category. Not because the shy part, because Sea-Shroom does just exist, like, not only as a friend, but also a plant in the game. And the description isn't really anything helpful. And I'll read it in a sec when it pops up eventually. Finally, Sea-Shroom has never seen the sea. It's in his name. He heard loads about it, but he just never found the time. One day though, it will go down. yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's kind of sad, honestly, but it doesn't really explain his personality, I guess. So yeah, let's just move on because there's like nothing to say on Sea-Shroom. Ironically though, is that my Spin the Wheel app gave me another plant that I have nothing to say for. Now this plant, Spikerock, just exists. Like as a friend, I guess he could be cool, but just look at his description. Spikerock just got back from a trip to Europe. Cool. He had a great time, met some wonderful people, really broadened his horizons. He never knew they made museums so big or put so many paintings in them. That was a big surprise for him. First of all, what? Okay, cool, you like the museum. And like that doesn't explain anything about him, I guess. Yeah, I guess he went to Europe, cool, he's like semi-adventurous, I guess, but like, Yeah, I don't know what to say for that. Like, it doesn't really add to his personality, just kind of explain what he did while over there. So I'm just putting him in exist category and hope no one gets mad at me. Now you're probably questioning why I put Pumpkin in the fake category. I don't even know myself because he's not situational and he definitely isn't like evil or mean or anything, but like it doesn't make sense. Here's his description. Pumpkin hasn't heard from his cousin, Renfield, lately. Okay, weird, but whatever. Apparently, Renfield's a big star, some kind of, what was it? Sports hero? Peggy master? Pumpkin really doesn't get it. He just does his job. Like, does his cousin, like, what? Like, I don't get it, because his cousin doesn't explain Pumpkin's personality besides Pumpkin just forgets things. And I guess it's fake, quote-unquote, to do that, but yeah, let's just move on and hope the Spin the Wheel app give me something better to work with. Okay, the next person you might see is Tangle Kelp. And Tangle Kelp is, interesting. Now, obviously, you probably have friends that like the water, but you probably don't have a friend that loves it to the point where they'll stay in it all day. But if you do, I guess tell me in the comments. His description is interesting. I'm totally invisible. Tangle Kelp thinks to himself, I'll hide here just below the surface and nobody will see me. His friends tell him they can see him perfectly well, but he will never change. I mean, like, I guess he wants to be alone? I guess? It's kind of weird. Spikeweed is more interesting than Spikerock, I'll be honest, but once again, his hobby or passion is very, like, niche in that it's in hockey. Hockey is Spikeweed's obsession. He got boxy season tickets. He keeps close track of his favorite players and he consistently cleans up in the office hockey pool. Just one problem, he's terrified of pucks. Which is, interesting, but if you like hockey, I guess you like Spikeweed a lot, so, he may be a good friend to you, but personally not me. Flower pot. His description is, really short. Like, it's really short, it's like 2 sentences. But he is a friend, though, because he looks pretty chill. But let me read his description. I'm a pot for planting, yet I'm also a plant. Has your mind exploded yet? To answer the question, yes. Also, he seems like one of those friends that are like super chill and just lay back. I mean, just look at it. It just kind of sits there. Doesn't mind if plants are on top of it. Even doesn't mind if there's a nuke on top of it with Doom-Shroom. So, cool guy. Do you hate the sun so much? Do you hate it with such a passion? Such a flaring heat of hate? Well, this is your friend Sunshroom. He feels the exact same way. Maybe worse because he literally spits the sun out. Sunshroom hates sun. He hates it so much that when he builds it up in his system, he spits it out as fast as he can. He just won't abide it. To him, sun is crass. Which is, interesting. I only say this is situational because this friend maybe doesn't want to go outside. Which is, not really a good thing, but this friend doesn't want to go out, like, anywhere during the day. Probably because they hate the sun so much. So, a friend, maybe. Garlic. Oh gosh. This guy lives a double life. Y'all might think he's like a useless plant and stinky, but at home, he has a wife and possibly a family. I'm not kidding. Lane diversion isn't just Garlic's profession, it's his passion. He carries an advanced doctorate in redirection from the Brussels University. He will talk all day about lane vectors and repulse arrays. He even pushes things into alternate avenues at home. Somehow his wife puts up with it. This is lore I have never figured out, and holy cow, what? I'll stop disrespecting Garlic because he actually has like a life. The only reason I can't put him up is he stinks constantly. Melon-Pult seem like that one friend that's like, say they're not bragging, but they're clearly bragging. Even in the description it kinda says he's not bragging, but I mean, you can kinda prove he is. So, there's no false modesty with Melon-Pult. Sun for damage, I delivered the biggest punch on the lawn. He says, I'm not bragging, run the numbers, you'll see. Which, technically yes, he does do the most damage out of like attacking plants, but at the same time, you have Doom-Shroom, which literally nukes the entire lawn basically, so he really delivered the biggest punch, quote unquote. And yeah, basically it's like that one friend that just kind of brags, but says, I'm not bragging. Cabbage Pole is like CinemaSins, in a sense. Like, if your friend points out something that makes no sense, and they point out still. Cabbage Pole is okay with launching cabbages at zombies. It's what he paid for after all, and he's good at it. He doesn't understand how zombies get on the roof in the first place. Which, first of all, CinemaSins right there, so yay. And two, I don't know how they do, but overall, Cabbage Pole is pretty cool. Peashooter is an OG plant. I mean, we kind of know this. He's been fighting since the start of the game. But I didn't just put him up here for that. His description basically talks about how like he lives a balanced life and just hard work and commitment, which honestly, that's a W friend right there. And y'all probably have some friends like that, or maybe you're like that. So yeah, overall, this just sounds like a really good friend to have in your life. There's so much to Cactus. First of all, it's a girl, which I never knew that. She's actually a girl. Interesting. 2, Armadillo. She's seeing an armadillo. Which is also interesting because where is she finding an armadillo in this world? Let's just move on. Fume-Shroom is like that one person, this is probably a co-worker or something that, you know, had a job, okay, and they're stuck in this really boring job and really hate it, but whenever they got the opportunity to leave, now they feel like they're actually making a difference in the world. So I put this in like a friend tier. It's kind of hard to explain Coffee Bean because it's like that one friend who just keeps asking too many questions, and that gets annoying obviously if someone keeps asking you questions over and over and you probably don't have an answer to them. So I put situational. I really don't know, honestly. The next plant may shock y'all because holy cow, Gravebuster low-key is kind of cool. It's like that one person who looks scary but low-key just has a soft side, or just like a better side. Basically, don't judge a book by its cover. And yeah, this is a good friend. He likes kittens and helps at the local zombie center, which is very cool. Chomper is very interesting. Basically, he talks about like business and has high demands, I guess. And you could say this is a friend, I guess. Depends on what you do, or a co-worker friend or something. You also could say it's situational because maybe you only talk to him for business or her for business, so yeah. If you like science, and I mean like you like science a lot, then this is probably your friend. I'd probably just put this in exists. I don't really know what to really go based off of because all it talks about is just science and how it takes in the sun or takes in darkness instead of the sun, and I'm like, what? So if you have a friend like this, then comment down below. This video is so messy right now. Like, dude, my CapCut editing, dude, is just mess. Like, it's so many PNGs and stuff, it's unfunny. Like, it's just so much going on. But, Umbrella seems like that one shy friend. But the description screams otherwise because it keeps talking about spraying the bungees away and popping up to protect the stuff around him. Which is interesting. Whoa, that TNT? So, Kernel is Unk. Sadly. Kernel is actually Unk age because it says he's the eldest of the 3 like lobbing plants. But sadly though, this Unk doesn't just relax because he has to remember everyone else's birthdays, and it kind of annoys him. Which is, well, probably relatable to some people because remembering everyone's birthday gets probably annoying to some degree. Yeah, Squash is drama queen. Okay, I know you're probably thinking like, what the heck, dude? But literally the description is literally just talking about, I'm ready, yo, Squash. Like, yeah, I know you're ready, chill. Wallnut is just like weird. The description literally talks about him getting eaten by zombies and it feels relaxing. I don't know any person that likes to be eaten, but hey, if you have a friend like that, then yay. Okay, Threepeater is probably one I can relate to some degree. So Threepeater is like that one fierce friend who just takes no like nonsense from people. And he had like the soft side where he just yearning for love. Which is probably relatable for some people. Kind of like what Threepeater had in his description. So yeah, overall, I put in best friends.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Do y'all know that the folks around Potato Mine actually call him lazy? I know, crazy, using the L word? Okay, well, they call him lazy, but Potato Mine said he has a strategy, an investment. Which is funny because it could either mean two things. Either A, he's lying, or B, he's being for real. I can't put him in best friends because I don't know if he's lying or not. Okay, lightning round. These are plants I don't know like what to say for, or they're just shy, or exist. Puffshroom, don't know what to say for, it's super weird. Mana-Shroom, also don't know what to say for because what? I don't know what to say for both of them. This one to talk about magnetism. Ice-Shroom exists, but he has like unhealed trauma, so you could argue to say do not interact because this trauma could really affect you. So I don't know about that one. Let's just move on. It's the chill guy himself, Snowpea. And Snowpea is obviously awesome. And the description really talks about how like everyone around him just makes jokes about him being such a cool guy and he's so chill and he chill out and stuff. And he heard all the jokes before, which I guess they can relate to people getting compliments that they hear over and over and over, I guess. Let's just move on. Okay, if you couldn't tell, this video game like semi-long, and plus I haven't made a video in like 6 days, I'm not even kidding. And yeah, let's just try to speed through these last few special plants. So Gatling, basically in his description it's talking about like his parents telling him not to go into the military, and he just like, yeah, I'm going. And I'm like, okay, like maybe that relates to some of y'all out there maybe, or you have a friend that like going through that like similar situation. Cobb Cannon, basically everyone questions him and questions what makes him really mad. I only put these two in a friend because, you know, they could be pretty relatable to some people. Cobb Cannon, you could argue, goes like, do not interact because, I mean, you don't want him shooting you with a cob that explodes on you, but yeah, those two stay in a friend place. Okay, so Cattail and Wintermelon are just weird. Like, for example, Wintermelon is not as weird, but he is kind of questionable. Basically, it tells him in the description, it's like, oh, he calms his nerves, but basically overthinks everything, and the zombie may make it to the house. So, I mean, we all overthink, so I'm just putting like they exist kind of category. Shy, maybe. I'm not really sure to put him. And in Cattail, it's even weirder because in the description at least says wolf, even though it's a cat. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cattail saying wolf instead of, you know, meow, but yeah, Cattail is yeah. I mean, if you have friends like that, then I guess it's more relatable, but, I'm gonna just put him in the exist category. Okay, I almost forgot poor Tallnut and Sunflower. I put him at a friend, because first of all, Sunflower is Sunflower, and the description also talks about how he likes to, like, music, and, like, the way of life, basically. And that's a pretty cool friend, you know? They just like life. And Tallnut is like that one friend who, like, knows more than you do. about like some situation or something, but not in a way of like trying to cause more problems. He just knows more, you know, like he just has more knowledge than you. So yeah, I put those two there. And let's move on to the last plant, which is the most obvious decision of my life. Fake. Easily. Imitator is literally the definition of a fake person, friend, co-worker, whatever. They can literally transform into anyone else they want at any time. And honestly, it's impressive how people become so fake, because gosh, I don't know how people can fake themselves for so long before like revealing who they really are. So impressive, but I don't like it regardless, but hey, impressive. But other than that, let's move on to the outro, because this is the end of our friend tier list, I guess. A PVZ1. Okay, I know this video took forever. Heck, I haven't made a video in like 7, 8 days, 10 years, whatever the last video came out. And that's because school got in the way, obviously. But I'm gonna still make videos, because, you know, I like making videos. And I appreciate y'all patience, because, school got in the way. But I really do appreciate your patience with the channel and me trying to make these videos. But if you enjoyed this video, then maybe hit that like button, subscribe, or even tell me like what kind of plant your friends resemble, I guess. And yeah, check out these two videos if you want to. The hated yet loved only lightning read challenge, and Plant for Zombies 1 with 50 sun or less. Both really good challenges that I did and people really liked. But other than that, I am out.